Hey, thanks for joining, everybody. Starting a little bit early today and a little bit informal. We do have a sponsor that has a kind of a video they like to show of their product here before we start the program. So we're going to go ahead and run that side by side, and we will pick it right back up as soon as we are done. So this is a word from the co-driver pad application folks that created that. So we will give you that right now.
Flat left over crest.
No.
Come on, that was.
We can't let that.
What?
We
We
can't.
We can. It's okay if you embarrass yourself as long as you don't embarrass me. I'm kidding.
I can leave.
I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kidding. You just gotta brake way better, Matt. You're really bad at braking.
Excuse me?
Okay, let's go. Matt Short, right? He's a fast circuit driver. I am JJ Wang, his co-driver. You're gonna do great, Matt. You're gonna do great. All right. Let's go. All right. Go. Left 4 into right 3 short 20 into left 3 short into left 2 20 widens. Flat left and right 5 very long tightens. Don't cut. Into flat left 100. Left 4 80 short. Right 3 short into left 2 short into right 3 and left 2 short 30. Right 6 tightens very long into flat left tightens into left 4 narrows 30 over crest into right 6 short 150 right 580 right 6 keep middle left 4 right 4 hard brake into square left onto bridge. Caution, hard brake square left 150 keep middle right 5 short 50 over crest. Left 5 short over crest into right 5 short. Brake for acute hairpin right. Flat left over crest into flat right 30. Kinks straight line 30. Caution, hard brake for acute hairpin left. And into finish. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, time to go to bed.
Beat your PB. Good job, Matt. Proud of you.
Hello again, everyone. I am Gary Gonto, and welcome to Race First coverage of Round 9 of Season 1 of 22 of the Midwest Kidney Warriors Formula Indy Series, coming to you from downtown Chicago. It's the roar on the South Shore. It's the Illinoisan Grand Prix by co-driver pad. You know how many times I practice Illinoisan? Illinois. I don't know how that actually is a word, but I guess it is a thing. Well, as you see, we are started a little early today because we had to get some messages out of our sponsor, our race sponsor tonight. It's Co-Driver's Pad, and you see their logo up in the corner there. You'll learn more about that tonight as we go on. Right now, provisionally on the pole is Alex Van der Sant with a 109.973. Nicholas Johnson just a flash away, 0.007 separating him and Van der Sant. Caleb Benzie up in the third spot, 4/10 off. Nate Seifert, 5/10 off. And Christopher Hill, 6/10 off. A lot of spread on this racetrack. And that's because, frankly, a lot of times for a lot of folks, this is their first time on an IndyCar here. And second of all, there is, we think, tracks like Detroit and Long Beach are tight quarters for IndyCars. This is a really tight quarters. There is no runoff. And we might see some calamity tonight, but we hope not. We're hoping for the best, but we shall see. Let's get into the crux of everything. This is the schedule remaining of the season. Of course, you see right there, number 9, Chicago Street Course. Next week, number 10, we're going to wrap it up. It's going to be Championship Tuesday, and we're going to go to Mid-Ohio. We're going to crown a champion. According to everything that I've been told, it's going to come down to 2 people. Well, we'll talk about that here in a second. So that is the remaining schedule. I would suspect next year's schedule will be announced next week or sometime before then. And when it does, we will bring it to you. Here are the results from the last race. There you see Nate Seifert won on the road course at Homestead. Pretty good race there. You should probably go back. So the point situation, well, this is it right here. Michael O'Brien, and this is who really it's going to boil down to. It's going to be boiled down to Michael O'Brien and Nate Seifert. again, the old dogs did not return again this week. So Principal Dan is going to be stranded in third. Gavin Sanders did not return again this week, so he will be stranded in fourth, and probably going to take a jump out of this is Alex Van de Sande, who possibly could move from fifth up to third in this battle, but he is probably not in contention for the championship at the moment. There you see Nicholas Johnson, Matthew Short, Caleb Bency, Dory, and Byron Daly round out the remainder of your top 10. Team points. The old dogs are still holding down the top spot, but we might see a... actually, I don't know if that is the right team points. No, I don't think it is. Because we actually have another team that's in second place now. There it is. The FBR Motorsports team, which is Seifert and Hill, are P1 now. Old dogs have fallen to P2. Team Gamagore Sunset Arctic will be fighting with one soldier again this week, but they are in third spot, hanging on by a thread over Infinite Motorsports Black, who has been performing very well as of late. And then, of course, Van de Sande's Racing, which is now just Alex Van de Sande as the lone soldier there. That is now fifth. Here is the rookie points, and Michael O'Brien is your points leader and is your rookie points leader over Matthew Short, Byron Daly, Matt Taylor, and Gareth McAllister. Don't think are in tonight's lineup, so somebody that's a little further down in the lineup as a rookie might be able to make up some ground. Maybe Tucker or Miglin. Currently watching JJ Wang on track right now as he's making his qualification runs. On the alternate tire. Oh, got a little squirrely there coming off the corner. That's corner number 2. This is corner number 3. Real quick kink. Here comes corner number 4. Number 5. Bit of a, if you want to call it a back straight here. A very sharp left-hander, which goes on to the, I guess you would say, the signature portion of the track, which is this little bit of straight here, and then it comes into this kind of an arc around the fountain. Actually, the statue actually in the fountain there, and that brings you back onto the main course there. Back between 11 and 12, and then 12. Brings you back onto the front straight. 2.14 miles, 3.44K around this track. There is no, of course, it's the first time IndyCar race ever run here, so there is no track record. So whatever you see set today will be the track record, virtually at least. And that's it. Stand by in the garage area. It's about time to go racing, and we'll look at tonight's starting lineup in here just a moment. Before we do it, if you enjoy Race First coverage of the Midwest Kennedy Warriors Formula Indy Series and you respect the weekly stream, make sure you support us by smashing the like button below and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next race. We're also interactive, so shout out to your favorite driver or team, or let everyone know whose fault that crash with the YouTube live chat function during the stream. Now, let's get into it in the Windy City. Today, starting for the pits, will be Byron Daly. You got to have a Daly in Chicago, right? And Principal Dan has a carryover, but he will not be here tonight. So that will carry over to next week. But only one car probably starting for the pits, and that will be Byron Daly. We will award Let's Race pole award here in just a moment as we are getting ready to do the warm-up, and then we'll introduce tonight's starting lineup. You get a look at the Sears Tower. Well, it's not called the Sears Tower anymore. Oh, we're going to go straight to grid. Okay, well then we'll better get the starting lineup out of the way here. Van de Sant, Johnson, Bency, Seifert, Hill, and O'Brien round out your top 6. Short, Groff, Claiborne, Jasper, Wang, and the Maid make up your second 6 between 7th and 12th. Daly and Valenzuela, Houston, Miglin, Reardon, and Tucker make up the next 6 from 13th to 18th. And that rounds out your field. Everyone's taking their time to grid up. There is your pole sitter. And we are getting ready to go green momentarily. Here we go. Engines are up. Lights are off, and away we go. And looking into the first turn, Alex Van de Sant has a good jump, but is followed by Johnson. There goes Seifert, gets to the inside of Bency. He has a P3. Caleb Bency, P4. Looking on the outside, Christopher Hill. Right behind Hill is Short. JJ Wang with a good start in 7th. Battle for position between the points leader here and Jeff Groff. But Alex Van de Sant jumps out to a pretty commanding lead here already. And we aren't even halfway through the first lap. And we got one lap in the books. Seems like everyone kind of made it through pretty good there. Dakota the Maid in 11th. There's Christian Jasper, Cristobal Valenzuela, Miglin, Tucker right behind him. Byron Daly started from the pits. And there is Matt Houston in P17. So everyone is away. Not a big field this week. Oh! Oh, we got a wreck. We got a wreck between 2 cars, and that's Alex Van de Sant and Caleb Bency. Oh, and we have Jeff Groff is involved in that one. Well, we got to go back and take a look and see what happened to Alex Van de Sant. Let's get it back on, just find out what happened there, and then he just kind of collected. Again, there's no place to go here. When there's a wreck, you just kind of got to hope that... Oh, he just takes that turn a little wide. Okay. Oh, Caleb right into him. Hill gets through. There's Jeff Groff around. We'll see what happened to him. Oh, under power. All right. We will probably see that a couple times today. So that is already action. JJ Wang in trouble. Cody Claiborne in trouble. He's in the pits. Oh, this is a battle for position. Oh, Cody just kind of the back. Oh, and there's Dakota. Oh. And Jeff Groff just got out there, and he's already back under repair. Oh, that's Christian Jasper. Never mind. Oh, my goodness. It's weird. I told you it's going to be some calamity. I was asked to take some onboards of Caleb Vinci today. Well, I'm not going to be able to do that this week. This is really helping Michael O'Brien, who fell back a little bit at the start, gain some positions back. Good battle between the leaders right here. Good three-way battle brewing right here at the front. Then we have Michael O'Brien's kind of pulled away on his own there from Matthew Short for P5. Well, I really didn't get a chance to show this week's fastest lap award, but that went to Alex Van de Sant. So the poll actually, the poll award actually. So the poll award brought to you by Let's Race. It's the best place for you to. We'll go ahead and just do this here. Yeah, Let's Race is the best place for you to show off your iRacing skills and win some cash. And to pay off all those new cars and tracks, join their Discord today. Find the server link in the description below. Let's Race is hosting a free entry race with cash and prizes on Sunday, April 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with the IR18 at iRacing Super Speedway. Join the Let's Race Discord using the link in today's description to sign up today. Don't be last. That is the Let's Race Poll Award. If you're not very familiar with the part of Chicago this is virtually made out to be, this is kind of the general area of the McCormick's Place, Shed Aquarium, Old Meigs Field, or Meigs Field there, which has, I think, now a concert ground there, an outside park. Soldier Field is in this general area. Museum of Science and Technology is in this general area. Here you go. We got looking for the inside. Not going to be able to pull that off. It would have been questionable if he would have been able to anyways. It's a very shallow entry there. I've been myself to a number of events at McCormick's Place. And of course, if you ever visit Chicago, definitely check out the Museum of Science and Industry there. They got a really cool U-boat exhibit, and really cool, just really cool exhibits, period. And then also, of course, the Shed Aquarium, one of the best aquariums in the United States. Really in the Midwest. Very great place to go spend some time. No shortage of things to do and eat in downtown Chicago. Chicago-style pizza, of course. And then you got your Chicago-style dogs, hot dogs. Italian sausage. The old combo, as they like to say there. Italian sausage with roast beef on top. I mean, that's how the Ditka guys got all that coronaries is from eating those combos too much. You see up and over the railroad tracks. Of course, Chicago is a major railroad hub in the Midwest, where the main Amtrak hub is actually for the Midwest. Anything going west from the East Coast goes through Chicago. So that is the Let's Race fastest lap. We'll give them a little extra time there because we didn't get a chance to do it. And there is the fastest lap right there. O'Brien looks like he has the fastest lap at the moment. Let's bring back up the tickers, get everyone up to speed of where we are right here. Downtown Chicago, round 9, the Midwest Kidney Warriors Formula Indy Series. I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to overuse it, but I can hear it all the time. It's the penultimate round. That's a fancy way of saying next to last. Next week we go to Mid-Ohio to wrap up the 3rd season of the Formula Indy Series. Will we be crowning a new champion, or will we be crowning a reigning and defending champion? We shall see. Let's take a lap around this place here, shall we? Let's check out what Christian Jasper is up to. There he is, Christian Jasper. It's in a bit of a wounded car. As you see, there's not a lot of runoff area there. This lap around the downtown Chicago street course brought to you by KidWorks OC. Go to kidworksoc.org to see how you can help restore at-risk neighborhoods and make a difference in a child's life. KidWorks OC and kidworksoc.org. Well, we are just down to 11 cars running now after the start of 17, as attrition is taking its toll. We should be able to get you a full field rundown here, as a matter of fact. Check those intervals right now, find out those closest battles. This is the closest battle on the racetrack. Now, these guys are going to get up to some lap traffic here. That's going to be interesting. With the lap traffic going to yield, which they should. And look at that. Michael O'Brien has made his way around Christopher Hill. So he is now up to 3rd. This is critical in the points championship. Just joining us, the Illinoisan Grand Prix, sponsored by co-driver Pad. An interesting product here, this co-driver pad. Attention Dirt Rally or WRC version 10 drivers. You ever get frustrated with inaccurate pace notes or notes just not attuned to your driving style? Got a friend that wants to go rallying with you but find the co-driver mode and not very helpful? If the answer is yes to any of those, and you need Co-Driver's Pad, it's a welcoming and intuitive application made for remote driving with a friend. Remote co-driving with a friend. The application comes complete with 92 different notes for you to assemble your own personal notebook. Go to codriverspad.rf.gd today. That's their webpage. codriverspad.rf.gd today for a demo video and to download the app. I want to thank them for sponsoring tonight's race. Bit of a slugfest going on. Of the 17 that started, we're down to 11. We'll go through the field here momentarily. We're watching our points leader at the moment. The battle for first is still right here. And I think we're going to keep it right here because Seifert looks like he is about ready. Here's a helmet cam. We got some great new cams here for this track. That was the inside the helmet cam, actually. We've started seeing that on a lot of races. Saw that definitely on Formula 1 this week. Fortunately, the driver they had it on was way in the back. We're actually watching the guy up front now. See how bumpy this surface is. These are city roads, traversed by cars, trucks, buses, you name it. And of course, the vicious Chicago winners just tear this asphalt up. And we are not, if you keep driving straight right here, you will go into Lake Michigan. That is how close we are. Right straight ahead there is Soldier Field. We're the home of the Chicago Bears. Hang on, push to pass. Try to take a look. Nope, not touch time. Well, puffs of smoke there. Not sure what happened. And if you look behind Seifert right there in the number one, he is our defending champion of the series. The current number one in the points, Michael O'Brien, slowly creeping into this picture. We get so close to those attenuators right there at the end. Saw a number of cars clip that in practice. I guess during the race, you just got to give yourself a little extra room. Again, no runoff area here. A lot of those corners that you would see that they would make like a little extra space, a little runoff area to help on exit or entry. It's kind of like turn one at Watkins Glen or just about all of COTA. Not so much here. No, you run off course, you are done. Kind of hoping that they will redesign the course a little bit to allow some runoff. Ooh, I heard some contact there. (16 of 47) in the books. It's the Illinoisan Grand Prix. We got a little bit of, whoa, sliding into that corner there. Got a little bit of a buffer here, so we'll take a look at Michael O'Brien here in P3. He is sitting there on those alternate tires. It looks like the first two, at least, are on the alternate tires. Johnson is not. He is on the primes. O'Brien still with the purple lap at 111.910. Of course, the purple lap is sponsored by Let's Race, and we will award that award here at the end of the race. Want to thank Midwest Kidney Warriors for their season-long support, steadfast support of the series this season. Midwest Kidney Warriors is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that advocates life for those battling kidney disease. Several kidney warriors needing a life-saving transplant, and many require a living donor. Please visit their website at MidwestKidneyWarriors.com or visit their group page on Facebook today to learn more. That's the Midwest Kidney Warriors for their season-long support here of the Formula Indy Series, Season 3 or Season 1 of 22. Either way you look at it, the same thing. A little bit farther back from our points leader, here is Christopher Hill. Looks like it's going to be another good points day if they maintain this between for the team of Seifert and Hill. He might wrap up that team championship this week. We'll see. I think someone clipped a little bit of the wall there. It might have been Mo. A little bit farther back, quite a ways, is Matthew Short just kind of deliberately poking his way through here very safely and navigating to a top 5. And again, this will be a good points day for this team as well, who is in the top 5 of the team championship. And we move on back to Christian Jasper, who is still nursing that broken wing. He's going to just keep it for, Nate Seifert. Something happened to the Nate. We'll find out what happened. Trying to get another camera angle on this one too. Oh, into the wall a couple times. Oh, and the right rear. Left rear, actually. It's done. That is going to have championship implications. And here comes Nicholas Johnson, because Michael O'Brien now moves up to P2. I don't know how much passing O'Brien's actually done on the racetrack. I know he legit passed Christopher Hill, but a lot of the people in front of him have just simply wrecked. And I tell you what, I don't. The easiest pass in the world are people that wreck their cars or they're in the pits. So I do not fault a P2 position for him because people wrecked. He's just keeping it between the lines. That moves Christian Jasper into a top 5 position there. Cristobal Valenzuela P6. Matt Houston now to 7th. Seifert still holding in the top 10. He's going to be put down a lap and eventually will be passed by Wang and DeMade, who are the last 2 on the course. We are down to 10 cars, actually 9 cars running. 10 cars who are still in the race. Yeah, just seeing your chat there. What happened in the race? Everyone's wrecked. It has been a little bit of calamity there at the start. Alex Van de Sant spun and ended up taking out Caleb Bency. We saw other incidents there with Groff and Claiborne and JJ Wang, although JJ Wang is still going. This is a very very unforgiving course here in Chicago. Of course, this might actually turn into a real course if NASCAR or IndyCar choose to visit Chicago again. Of course, the Chicagoland Speedway, the owners of that have put the land up for sale, and it will be turned into a some type of business park. So, unfortunately, another of the 1.5 mile cookie cutters that came out in the late 90s and the 2000s is a way of the bulldozer. I think we're going to see Kentucky get that same treatment here soon. Although I think we're going to see Kansas and Vegas definitely Vegas for a long while. Let's go through the field here. Let's try to find out some other people that are out there. Of course, there's Michael O'Brien at P2. Just right behind him is Christopher Hill. Very cautiously driving to a 3rd position right now. There's Matthew Short. Again, he's been driving very cautious and deliberately. Christian Jasper with the bent wing. He will get that taken care of on his pit stop. There you see the left front wing. It's Cristobal Valenzuela. We'll give him some TV time. Worked his way up to P6. Currently on the main straight there. We're just a little shy of halfway now. Here's Matt Houston, who is battling with JJ Wang. I think Matt might be minus some equipment. There he goes, one wing angel going on right now. I think he's going to wait till his pit stop. Here he is on his pit stop. He's going to come in and get that taken care of. And he'll get bypassed by the leaders as well. Getting the wing replaced, and he's back underway. passing the wounded car of Seifert, who's still sitting there getting repairs. Day might be done for the one of the championship contenders. Let's take a look here. Dakota DeMay, he's ran through a couple of wrecks, managed to recover and still keep rolling. He again is a lone soldier for the Yamagoya Esports Sunset Arctic team. Yeah, how bouncy it is here. That points that left or right front as these cars make turns are not even making contact with the ground. Here's JJ Wang as he's working his way through the quick turn 4 and 5 complex, coming to turn 6 at the end of the back straight here. Had a bit of an incident with him and Cody Claiborne earlier in the race. I think Cody probably is probably the aggressor in that one. Oh, contact with the wall as he makes his turn in a little bit there. Again, next week is the final race on the calendar for this particular season. Mid-Ohio, the calendar and schedule for next race, or next season, has not been finalized, but I do know that we will probably see the start of the season, mark your calendars, right around Tuesday, July 12th. And there'll be a whole bunch more news concerning the schedule here in the next week or so as we get closer to the announcing of the Season 4, or which we'll call probably the Season 2 22 schedule for the Formula Indy Series. And if you're interested in sponsoring any races or looking to be a series sponsor, you might want to hit the admins up. We'd love to talk to you. Next week, I will be joined by my Monday companion, Stephen Larkamp. And next season, when we broadcast these races, it will be a two-man booth. So it'll be myself and Stephen Larkamp. And Steven is a lot more of a road guy than I am, and he will be able to help translate kind of what these drivers are going through on the road course a little bit more than I can. So that will be next season when the season starts there, probably right around July 12th or so. O'Brien in the pits. Oh, and this is damage. This is damage. This is damage. Something happened to the ammo. You can see right there on the side pod. Not sure how long he was in the pits. And he rode around like that for a while. Here he is. Oh! Oh! Yeah, got a little oversteer on exit there, and he's just bouncing off walls as he continued to drive it, try to get it to the pits, and he does get it to the pits, but now we got huge championship implications as Nicholas Johnson on pit road, scheduled stop, going to the alternate tires. Looks like he might make this a one-stopper. Christopher Hill now moves up to P2. Matthew Short now P3. It's a great day for the Infinite Black team. Christian Jasper now moving up to P4. Cristobal Valenzuela in a top 5 at the moment, is sitting in the 5th spot there for the Backfire Motorsports team member. And Matt Houston who is currently getting got the leader right behind him. Actually, he just went down a lap. Sorry, he has P2 behind him. Looks like Michael O'Brien is back underway. Now it's kind of one of those things where you just want to get to the finish, navigate, get to the finish, survive. Drive to Survive is more than just a title, folks. Matt Houston moving over for the leaders there. This is not a battle for position coming up. Matt is a lap ahead. He just moves over, let him go. Wisely done. Nate Seifert still in the pits getting work done on his car. Get up back to our leader here, Nicholas Johnson. He is by himself by 9 seconds. There is not a single close battle on this racetrack. JJ Wang coming into the pits. Scheduled stop for him. There goes Christian Jasper, who got his front wing fixed. Lee Johnson now has the purple lap of 1:11.802. Might have a battle here with Wang and DeMade here. Actually, Wang stopped. DeMade is still very far into his first stint. Of course, he has stopped in the pits at least once to get the nose replaced, and they went ahead, gave him new tires, and topped off the tank there. Careful. And there's Dakota. Dakota's currently sitting in 9th. 9 cars on the racetrack, 10 still in the race. Nick Johnson here. Nicholas Johnson, the leader, is already a winner of 2 races this season. Of course, he won back at Okayama, and then, of course, won at the Circuit of the Americas. Looking for his, I think it's going to be a series leading this season 3rd victory. Fortunately, just some bad incidents that relegated him to deep in the field finishes. Probably have derailed a championship effort. But I'm sure that next season, of course, he came at the end of the first season, at the end of, and then joined us. Actually, no, he came midway through, joined us midway through last season. Has a couple wins from last season as well. VIR is one of them. This is his first full season. I would imagine that you must consider him one of the championship contenders for next season if he chooses to participate. I, for one, like to see this whole Infinite squad back. They're a bunch of good guys. Of course, 3 of them are still running right now. It's Johnston, Short, and Wang. 2-car teams here in the FIS. But you can have... there's, of course, teams with larger organizations, and they do work with each other, albeit radio-wise or whatever. But a maximum of 2 cars for a team for earning points toward the championship. You got Nicholas Johnston, getting ready to put a lap on Cristobal Valenzuela. This will make it 4 cars on the lead lap once he makes his way by, if he gets there. Cristobal, one of the participants in the Lionheart Series. A lot of Lionheart participants in the lineup here. Matthew Short, Christian Jasper, Matt Houston, Michael O'Brien, Dakota the Maid. All are Lionheart participants in one of their series, or one series or another. Alex Van de Sant, Caleb Bency, who DNF'd, of course, at DNF right now. Earlier, they're participants as well. Lionheart IndyCar Series at Kentucky this week, which I expect Alex Van de Sant will win. That is like his home dominating track. So Cristobal is trying to stay on the lead lap. He has every right to race for this, but he is going to move over and give... No... All right, that was a very good pass and a very good yielding of position. Gave each plenty of room. Good job by Cristobal. Good job by Nicholas Johnson. And we now have 4 cars left on the lead lap. Here is the last remaining car on the lead lap, and it's probably a good time to go ahead and do another ride along. This lap around Chicago, downtown Chicago, is brought to you by KidWorks OC. Go to kidworksoc.org to see how you can help restore at-risk neighborhoods and make a difference in a child's life. Of course, as we get closer to the end, we will award the Let's Race Fastest Lap Award. Got 10 to go. Want to thank tonight's sponsor of the race. Now let's go ahead and find JJ here. He's the man that is bringing this to us. Tonight's race from downtown Chicago is sponsored by Co-Drivers Pad. Attention Dirt Rally and WRC version 10 drivers. Ever get frustrated with inaccurate pace notes or notes not attuned to your driving style? Got a friend that wants to go rallying with you but find the co-driver mode not helpful? If the answer is yes to any of those, then you need Co-Drivers Pad. It's a welcome and intuitive application made for remote co-driving with friend. The app comes complete with 92 different notes for you to assemble your own personal notebook. So go to co-driverspad.rf.gd. That is a webpage, co-driverspad.rf.gd for a demo video and to download the app today. It's free. It's free. Cheap is free. Can't beat that. And of course, we want to thank Midwest Kidney Warriors for all their support all season long. Midwest Kidney Warriors made it possible for these races to be brought to you without pretty much commercial free. Every now and then you hear me do a blurb, but pretty much commercial free. I want to thank them for their support. There's JJ Wang here making his way around. And saw Dakota the Maid taking some wide action there just before we left that last shot. There is, I think that's Matthew Short. Yeah, Matthew Short currently in a podium position, looking for his best finish of the season. And a quick peek from the Race Verse 1 airship. High above the course and Lake Michigan here in Chicago. Windy City, only about 3.5 hour drive from Indianapolis, straight down Interstate 65. So if they ever do have a real race here for real, hop in the car. It's not that hard. Pretty much 65 ends right in Chicago or in the Chicago area. Spend a weekend or whatever. Good time. Good time. Go find a Giordano's or a Portello's, you know, go have some area food. Take in a Bulls game. Go see the Bears, Cubs, White Sox, Blackhawks. You got an MLS team here, I think. It looks like Michael O'Brien has, he's retired. And Dakota the Mid in the pits. Looks like he has a bit of an incident that will move him now to 9th. I believe we're going to only have 7 cars running here on the racetrack. Here comes another one-wing angel here for Matt Houston. Going to go ahead and get the new set of tires, get top off the tank, get the new wing on. They'll probably have to grab the wing from the collection now of Caleb Bincy's and put them under. Maybe an extended stop here might have a little bit more damage than we thought. Well, let's go back up to the leader. who is flawlessly put together a great race. Still, I mean, this is a very dangerous course, and it could bite you like a viper. And 6 laps to go, anything can happen. Here's Christopher Hill. There's J.J. Wang right behind him. Matthew Short currently in third. Christian Jasper looking for one of his best finishes of the season in P4. Cristobal Valenzuela, I believe, is in line for his best finish of the season, a top 5. Matt Houston back underway. It looks like he's in line for one of his best finishes of the season after a rough day here. Top 10 here. J.J. Wang's had a bit of a rough day as well, down 5 laps. Currently right there behind Christopher Hill. Looking for a top 10 for him. Keep it off the wall. Oh, he just crimples it a little bit. Crimples it a little bit. I think it snapped back into place. I think it did the old transformer thing on him. Just get it to the finish, JJ. Just get it to the finish. Dakota is still on pit road. Nate Seifert still on pit road. Michael O'Brien done. Love the rally pad. Yeah, they put a lot of work into that. And actually, Matthew Short was the one that you saw doing the driving there on the video to lead into the tonight's race. There will be a link for that video in the description, so you can go watch it after the race again. And of course, you can go to the website that we've been quoting you there, co-driverpad. Let's see, I gotta remember here. .rf.gd. I was telling JJ he needs to buy the domain and just have DNS point to that URL. But if you can find a domain at co-driverspad.com, I bet you it's available. If not, I'm sure .net or something is. Yeah, go there, and you can also see that demo video there and download the app for free. Four to go here at the Illinoisan Grand Prix. I mean, it doesn't look very... I asked Google to say, well, it doesn't... It doesn't really look like... let's see here.
Illinoisan.
Yeah, Illinoisan. Thank Google for that one.
Illinoisan.
Can they just call it the Windy City Grand Prix or something like that, or stuffed pizza Grand Prix? I don't know. It looks like we have 7 cars remaining on the racetrack. Nope, 8 cars. There's Dakota. Made his way into the 8th spot there, passing Michael O'Brien on pit road. We got Johnson just looking at the tail end of Christian Jasper there for putting Jasper down a lap. There's Jasper right there. I say at this point, Nate, Nick, just let Christian stay in the lead lap, man. That's a victory right here by itself. Final lap, as you saw the white flag waving there. A casual lap here. Johnson with the purple lap, so he will get the Let's Race fastest lap award. The 111.442. So the fastest lap is brought to you by Let's Race. The best place for you to show off your iRacing skills is to win some cash and pay off all those new cars and tracks. Join the Discord today. And coming to the checkered flag is Nicholas Johnson, the survivor. Yeah, find the link to the server, the Let's Race server in the description. In the video, Let's Race is hosting a free entry race with cash and prizes Sunday, April 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern with the IR18 iRacing Super Speedway. Join the Let's Race Discord using the link in the description and sign up today. Don't be last. And that is today's race. And it was a bit of a survival fest. Nick Johnson, Christopher Hill, he's going to survive. He's going to celebrate. Matthew Short. Matthew Short takes the checkered flag. He does the celebratory salute toward his virtual crew. Let's get Christian Jasper, who finished on the lead lap, the fourth car, final car on the lead lap. Christian Jasper, the top 5. Good on him. Well, let's get today's final result in. It was a bit of a slugfest, folks. It was not a pretty race. Nicholas Johnson is your winner. Christopher Hill finishes second. Matthew Short finishes third. That is good finishes. That might be Hill's highest finish. Can't recall. And it's definitely, I think, Short's best finish of the season. Christian Jasper, I believe this is his best finish of the season. 4th. Cristobal Valenzuela, his best finish, I think, is a 5th this season. Matt Houston, I believe this is his best finish this season with 6th. JJ Wang 7th. Dakota DeMade 8th. Michael O'Brien 9th. Nate Seifert 10th. That is your key 2 in the championship right there. So we are going to carry over to Mid-Ohio for the championship. Cody Glaborn 11th, Jeff Groff 12th, Dan Meeglin 14th, Byron Daly Dan Meeglin 13th, Byron Daly 14th, Joshua Tucker 15th. Alex Van Desant, Caleb Bency out early with a bit of an incident there, 16th and 17th, and Zachary Reardon bringing up the final spot in 18th. Well, Let's see if we get Matt Short in here or not. There he is. Hey, Matt, got you in the booth. Finally got that podium, man.
Finally. And it's at the weirdest race, the one I thought I had no luck at. I was expecting to be in a tire wall by lap 3.
Well, tell us about those opening laps. They're kind of hairy there, especially with coming around a corner and you see Alex Van de Sant kind of sitting in your way.
Yeah, luckily Nick did a wonderful job calling that out immediately, so I knew exactly where to go even before I got to the corner. So that was a massive help out for that call out. So yeah, shout out to Nick on that. But yeah, it was, those first opening laps are wild.
Kind of make it quick here tonight because I think everyone just wants to forget about this race. But I believe this is your best finish of the season, so congratulations there. I mean, so close on other best finishes all season long, just one thing or another. It's a great points day for you, great points day for your team. I know you've been wanting to get this podium to get the monkey off your back. So, I mean, you got the microphone. You've definitely earned some shout-outs. Give them all out right now because you've been so close all season long. So we probably should have heard from you earlier than this.
Yeah, it's just the way that things roll. But no, yeah, definitely with shout-outs. I mean, I think the first one is shout out to you, Gary. I'm happy to finally be up here with you. Hopefully there's going to be more of that.
For sure.
Yeah, let me just list through these. I got a handful. Obviously, thanks to the Infinite team and everyone who runs it, Garrett, Nick, Dan, and JJ. Also, shout out to Nate, just because he's been super helpful with all of that. I got to thank some personal friends, my buddy Sean, Tim, Jesse, and Eric. They always end up watching these broadcasts for me, even though they're not big sim racers, but I got to thank them for the support and helping me keep my mind straight after some of these races.
Well, congratulations. Next week we go to Mid-Ohio. Got a chance to equal this or better and finish the season out strong?
All I'll say is I'm far more comfortable in Mid-Ohio because I've not been this uncomfortable in a race for a very long time.
Well, congratulations. As the Formula One show goes, you strive to survive, and that's exactly what you did today, and you survived right up to a podium finish. So congratulations. Hope to see you again, but go ahead and celebrate this one. You definitely earned it. I'm sure you might want to put the simulator away and just kind of walk away and kind of give it a rest for the next 24 hours because I'm sure that this race was pretty much draining.
Oh, definitely.
Well, congrats. We'll see you at Mid-Ohio.
Good night, Gary.
Let's bring down Christopher Hill. Hey, Christopher Hill, we got you in the booth here. I believe, I could be wrong, this is your best finish of the season. Tell us about this race. I'm willing to bet that even a regular lap was kind of hairy at all times.
Yeah, this was definitely an interesting one, and you're right. This is definitely, I think, my best of the season. I don't think I've had a podium this season. I've had a couple fourths and fifths and been kind of in position that I probably should have got a podium and then done something silly or whatever. But finally brought one home, and it wasn't with outright speed, but hey, I survived, and it looks like maybe only 3 or 4 of us did. So that's I guess I can't feel too bad about that when it's all said and done. So. But yeah, man, it's good. It's a good feeling to get up there for a change,
How surprised were you? I think on lap 2 or 3 to come around the corner and see Alex sideways in front of you.
I mean, I kind of. I mean, it was a little surprising, a little close there. I was just I wasn't too surprised to have chaos. I was expecting it to be that, just because I mean in my practice I don't think I did a full stint up to the race here on anything without having some sort of contact with something. So I was expecting it to happen with somebody, but that early on in the race, it was a little surprising. I would have figured they would have settled in up front and gotten a rhythm a little bit, but I guess it came early. But either way, it all worked out, which is Yeah, which is odd for a change because I'm usually on the other end of that stuff. So it's nice to finally be you're getting a little luck and a little get a finish for a change. So
Well,
yeah.
much like Matthew, you've been so close all season long, and even into last season, just getting on the podium, and finally you got here. Of course, you PRI sponsored the Formula Indy Series last season, so I definitely think that you've more than earned your shot to give some shout outs here. So take all the time you need. Shout out to all you want to. The microphone is yours.
I appreciate it. Yeah, PRI Precision Racing Instruction. That's my company. My day job is I coach people in real life. I work actually for the BMW Performance Center as kind of my day job, and then I also do private instruction and stuff through PRI. So we can get you up to speed in a real car and real world. And I also do some sim stuff here too. And for those who are interested in getting tuned up or whatever, you can reach out through Instagram, Facebook, anything along those lines. Big thanks to Nate as my teammate, but he's been helping me out this season a bit, trying to figure out the ropes of the car and stuff. There's just this last little bit to figure out with this car, and we're getting closer and closer, and it's I think we'll be more competitive next season, and looking forward to that. It's starting to feel like we're getting it grooved in. So big thanks to him, and of course to Matt and Dakota and everybody for putting on the series. It's a one of my favorite cars to race in the sim, even if I'm not quite at the front point again quite yet with it. I'm really enjoying it, and the challenge of trying to figure out the quirks of it to get the most out of it, and slowly we're getting there. So that's all that counts. So
Well,
thanks for putting on the broadcast.
No
too.
problem,
man. Share it with
no
people,
problem.
So.
Well, congratulations. Like I said, you definitely earned it. We appreciated your support last season. We appreciate your participation this season. I think the team championship is going to move to next week. We'll have to look at that for sure. But even with Nate with the DNF, you had 2 cars finish in the top 10. That's still a pretty good points day. So your team currently has the first spot in the P1 in the points championship, or the team's championship. So maybe we'll see you. If Nate can't get the top crown, at least you guys are going to get the team crown. But we'll see next week, as everything is kind of wide open still as a result of tonight's craziness next week at Mid-Ohio. So congrats, and you definitely, like I said, definitely earned it, and starting off on the right foot to end the season on a strong note.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Gary.
All right, Christopher Hill. Let's bring down Nicholas Johnson on his 3rd win of the season. Hey, Nick, 3rd win of the season. Congratulations. How much of this was just simply surviving versus pure outspeed?
Well, Gary, if you remember what I told you last week, if I leave here with 2 wings and 4 wheels, I think I'll probably do all right. And that's exactly what we did. Alex threw down a banger of a qualifying lap, and I tried to match it there on the last one, and I just quite couldn't. And so I decided to start on the blacks to go as far as I possibly could, knowing it's going to be a one-stopper, and I didn't want my reds to be too used at the end. I wanted to be able to use them, so started on the blacks, and I was just cautiously biding my time there, and I come around that, turn 3 bend, and Alex is in a million pieces. So that just blew up in my mind. Like, okay, I just need to survive here. And Nate being all over my gearbox that first stint was really tough because he kept poking his nose in, kept trying moves. He wasn't really super aggressive about it, but I could tell like he was there if I were to make a mistake. So the first half I had to drive really on point while trying to save fuel and just keep everything in order. And then the second half was just, I had a pretty decent lead over Christopher, and I just kind of managed the gap, and at the end wanted to throw down a lap there and about ended it all. So that was fun.
Well, you did get the Let's Race Fastest Lap Award. You did turn a 1:11, I think 4 or something like that. So you got that as well. So you won the race, and you got like two jewels of the Grand Slam. You didn't get, which is not too bad, all things considered today. I don't think, you didn't lead every lap. I think there was a couple laps that Alex led, and then of course it handed it over to you. But man, 3rd win this season kind of makes you think back what could have been, should have been, because right now the championship is really just down to Nate and Michael O'Brien. But man, you think with 3 wins you'd be there. I think next season we got to consider you one of the championship contenders. Are you going to come back for next seasons? And thought of getting over into Mid Ohio and finishing out this season strong with possibly another win?
Yeah, I'd like to think that without all the dumb incidents I had in the first part of the season there, that I'd be right there with Nate and Michael. I know I run with those guys every week, and sometimes they're a little better than me, sometimes I'm a little better than them, and they're both great competitors, and I like racing them week in and week out. But I just didn't have the start of the season I needed to. Got caught up in some stuff that shouldn't have happened, and had some bad finishes. But here's what it is: just racing for wins at this point. We're up to 3. We got Mid Ohio. I love Mid Ohio. That's a great track for me. Really like this car there, so we'll give it another go there, and just try to bring the momentum, keep the momentum going, and head off into next season. Hopefully, one of the ones everyone's watching out for.
We hear it every week, at least for the last couple of weeks. Shout outs for you. I'm sure they're more than happy to hear their name on the stream one more time.
Yeah. First off, my lovely girlfriend Danielle for watching. Thanks, babe. Oh, by the way, Gary, apparently I need to let you know there's a T in my last name. Johnston.
Yeah. I just sometimes it rattles off, and my
Don't worry, my entire life has been Johnson, so it's close enough, good enough for me. At least as long as you're saying it with me up front, I'm good with it. But yeah, Team Infinite for all their hard work and dedication. Great showing tonight by Matthew. He finally strung together a race, no mistakes, nothing dumb, and he was rewarded with a podium. So I'm happy for him. He's really stoked about that. So I think that
great points day for your team.
Yeah, really good points tonight for the team, and I think Matthew, that's going to help him out a lot in the rookie points. So that's great for him. JJ for picking this track. He's a crazy one, but it's a fun track. It really is. Just you're bouncing up and down in between the walls, and it's just the margins are so close that if anything happens, it's big. There's no small wrecks here. And there was a couple of times during the race where, whether it was Alex or a lap car, or I think there was only 2 instances where cars wrecked in front of me, and it was like marginal each time. It was pretty crazy. It was a lot of fun. Definitely got to thank you, Gary, for doing the broadcast every week, giving everyone something to watch, and hopefully it was at least semi-exciting. I know with 4 cars on lead lap and maybe 7, 8 finishers overall, probably not the most exciting thing in the world, but
a lot of long moments of silence.
Yeah, I'm sure, but hopefully people realize how tough it was around this track to run. I mean, even 8, 9 tenths, you're marginal everywhere on this track. It's really crazy.
Well, before we let you go, I mean, let's talk about this track. I mean, this is a new track to the service. It's real. I think in the way it's configured, it's really meant for full-bodied cars, not for open wheelers that are a little bit more fragile. Like if you were driving like a Craftsman truck, excuse me, whatever, a NASCAR truck. Yeah, no kidding. Winston Cup and a Busch Series. But anyways, so if you had like a Cup car or an Xfinity car or a truck here, you could probably bang the walls and not really damage your vehicle too much. But these open wheelers, even though it kind of looks like a Long Beach and kind of looks like a Detroit, it just doesn't have the runoff. Do you think that possibly this might be a good candidate for them to take it back to the drawing board and kind of widen it a little bit, or at least make it more friendly for open wheelers, as a possible thing that iRacing could do to make this race or this track a little bit better?
Yeah, certainly. If there's space on the roads, I think the biggest problem is that the streets in Chicago are not very big to begin with. So I think they just kind of work with what they got and make it happen. I actually think it's a great track. I was joking in practice. It's the American Redneck Baku. Long straights, 90-degree corners.
Yeah,
it's a fun little track. I mean, I think there's room to still race. There's a few spots that are a little bit sketchy, maybe a little bit too bumpy. I think that's the biggest problem. If the track was smooth, I don't care how narrow it is, it's fine. But the bumps is what really makes it sketchy because you go through a section that you would think would be flat or almost flat, and you hit a bump just wrong, and your ass, sideways.
Understood. Well, even the virtual winners up in Chicago are pretty hard on the roads. As you know, the real winners are pretty brutal up there for the roads. So I guess they did a pretty good job, at least, of replicating the bumps. But congratulations. We go to next week, go to another track. It's going to finish out strong for you and the team. But good to see you survive and everything. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Gary. Hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end.
You got it. Well, Johnston. I've been saying it sometimes, and I say it fast. Johnston. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to over-pronounce it so it sounds not natural. But that's okay. If someone has had their name brutalized, I can understand that. So that's it. Not a very entertaining race. Well, unless you like Rex. And we saw kind of some new people make the podium, which is good. And they get some people with some season best finishes, which is good. So next week we move to Mid-Ohio, which is more of a traditional IndyCar track, and we will finish up the season. We'll be crowning a champion, whether it be Michael O'Brien or Nate Seifert. It's going to be one of those two. That'll be next week. So let's get on out of here, give everyone back their Tuesday nights, and we'll bid everyone adieu here. So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium from the Grand Prix here by co-drivers pad is Nicholas Johnson, Christopher Hill, and Matthew Short. Join Race First next week for Championship Tuesday of the Midwest Kidney Warriors Formula Indy Series as we crown a champion of Mid-Ohio. That's next Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube at youtube.com/racefirst. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm is not an easy one, so please help support Race First with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below, let us know what you thought of tonight's race, and if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so you don't miss out on more Race First's iRacing program, and including our Monday night Indy Fix Top Split coverage at 8:15 Easterns on Monday, and on NTT IndyCar race weekends this season. Join us the Friday before the big race, their big race, at 3 p.m. Eastern as we will bring you the action of the IndyCar iRacing Series Top Split. Join myself and Turn 4 Racing's Nick Sudik and NHR Esports Isaac Morris as we bring you the action on YouTube right here at youtube.com/racefirst. Tonight's sponsorship of the Let's Race Grand Prix, tonight's sponsorship of the Grand Prix was Co-Drivers Pad. And I'm messing up here. But tonight's sponsorship of the Fastest Lap Award is Let's Race. Let's Race brought to you, it's the best place for you to show off your iRacing skills and to win some cash to pay off all those news cars and tracks. Let's Race is hosting a free entry race with caches and prizes on Sunday, April 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern with the IR18 at iRacing Super Speedway. Join Let's Race on their Discord and the link today in the event description to sign up. Don't be last. Of course, Midwest Kidney Warriors Formula Indy Series ride-along sponsorship paid for by KidWorks OC. KidWorks OC restores Orange County, California's at-risk neighborhoods one life at a time. Go to KidWorks OC today to see how you can help restore at-risk neighborhoods and to make a difference in a child's life. Formula Indy Series naming rights sponsorship paid for by Midwest Kidney Warriors. Midwest Kidney Warriors is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, advocates life for those battling kidney disease. We have several kidney warriors needing life-saving transplant, and many who require a living donor. For more information, please visit their website at MidwestKidneyWarriors.com or stop by their group page on Facebook today. For business inquiries to learn more about Race First and what they do and what we do, visit racefirst.com or follow us on Twitter. You can follow me, Gary Gazzo, on Twitter at Gary Gazzo. So for everyone at Race First, I'm Gary Gazzo saying all good night. Thanks for watching, and to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Thanks again. Catch us next week as we will crown a champion of the Midwest Kidney Warriors Formula Indy Series. Guys, go to Co-Racing Pad there and download their application and watch the video. I want to thank them for their sponsorship. Good night.